Bernie Sanders staffer Warren Gunnels absolutely dismantled Jason Johnson and his ridiculous series of tweets, once again attacking Bernie Sanders long after he's out of the primary race. Now, if you forgot about Jason Johnson, this is the guy that was banned from MSNBC. He was kicked off MSNBC after labeling Sanders' aides as a, quote, island of misfit black girls. So he was kicked off, but then once the primary was over and, everything looked, it was all clear for MSNBC to hire him back, brought back on the air. He's now on there regularly. But let me show you what he recently put out on Twitter. So this was August 14th, 9 a.m. He tweets out saying, "We know Trump is trying to destroy the USPS by having DeJoy remove sorting machines, cut back hours, and increase the cost of stamps for mail-in ballots. I covered this recently. We also know DeJoy can be removed by the USPS Board of Governors. But how did we get here? You may not like the answer." Let's see where he goes with this. So the BOG is supposed to have 9 members, but they operated with an emergency committee and without a quorum for years because several Obama appointees to the committee were blocked. Who were they blocked by? Senator Bernie Sanders. Bernie, why did you block? Why did you block them? It's all your fault, Bernie. What's happening right now with the post office? Bernie, it's all your fault. We'll get to why that's not true in a second. But this is what he's saying so far. Sanders was concerned that the USPS BOG would continue to slash services and hurt employees, so he was widely reported as blocking Obama's nominees. So much so that by December 2016, there was only one Board of Governor member left. Trump has filled the positions in subsequent years. Bernie, what did you do? It was well-meaning policy on Sanders' part, but the problem is 4 years later, it's given Trump almost total control of the only oversight that could stop DeJoy from rigging the fall elections. The Inspector General for the USPS can't remove him, and the Board of Governors is loyal to Trump. Now, look at the framing. Before I get to Warren Gunnels completely dismantling this BS, look at the framing of this. Bernie, there's a reason. I mean, he even points out the reason. Bernie was concerned about slashing services and hurting employees. That's why he stood against Obama appointing the people that he wanted to put on there. But instead of blaming Obama and the Democrats for wanting to slash services in the post office, he blames Bernie Sanders for standing up for those workers. This is 100% conservative framing. And if you don't believe me, look at the article that he links to. So he links to this article in The Hill. Post offices lose another $5.1 billion. Bernie continues to prevent. Wow. I wonder who wrote this. Well, if we scroll down, we see that Brian McNichol, former senior writer for the Heritage Foundation, a conservative think tank, and director of communications for the House Committee on Oversight and Government Reform, is a conservative columnist based in Reston, Virginia. Conservative. Heritage Foundation. That's who Jason Johnson is citing to attack Sanders. This article is attacking Bernie Sanders because he is preventing the post office from being privatized. He is preventing the destruction of U.S. postal workers. He's on the side of the union. That's why this was written in the way that it was written. And Jason Johnson either knows that or he just completely fell for it. So let me show you Warren Gunnels, because he goes into way more detail here with context. Warren Gunnels, longtime Bernie staffer, tweets out here saying, "This is one of the most absurd takes of all time. The postal nominees Bernie blocked wanted to privatize the postal service, end 6-day mail, undermine unions, cut jobs, pension and healthcare benefits, and lobbied for the payday lending industry. Facts matter, Jason." More to this. Meet the postal nominees Bernie blocked. James Miller, Ronald Reagan's OMB director who wanted to privatize the postal service. Mickey Barnett, a GOP payday lending lobbyist. Stephen Crawford, who wanted to end Saturday mail and slash jobs, pensions, and healthcare benefits. These postal nominees were opposed by Leadership Conference on Civil and Human Rights, American Postal Workers Union, AFL-CIO, AFS-CME, NAACP, National Council of La Raza, SEIU, and National Urban League. Read what they had to say about these nominees. Now, I'm not going to read this whole thing, but here, let me give you, if I can read this paragraph. It's tiny writing. On behalf of the undersigned organizations, we write to express our opposition to the confirmation of the current slate of nominees to the Board of Governors of the U.S. Postal Service. It is our understanding that the Senate will consider as a package the 4 nominees approved by the Committee on Homeland Security and Governmental Affairs on May 6, 2015. Our organizations are in agreement that it would be preferable to continue with a stripped-down Board of Governors than to fill those vacancies with a slate that includes nominees whose policy stance would be harmful to the USPS and ultimately to the public it serves. Bernie Sanders standing with the workers, standing with the post office. Yet, no, he puts the blame on Sanders for doing that. Squarely, the blame should squarely be put on the Obama administration and Democrats for attempting to privatize and cut aspects of the Postal Service. But this is what these frauds do. They pretend to be fighting for the average person, when in reality, these are Democratic operatives towing the corporate party line, and they don't give a shit about the average person.